Joey Slye to kick off for the Commanders.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
From 26-yard line.
First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
29-yard line. A gain of 2.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The Saints at 1-9 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be second down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Yeah, they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
To throw is Shuck.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Intercepted by Washington. The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
From the 43, it's second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Right back to Hubbard.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This now a 3rd and 4.
18 Rattler. Here we go. Cup 19. Go.
To the air goes Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Joey Slye to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
The pass caught by Olave.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
44-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Shuck now to throw.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll throw. Here's Shuck.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
To throw now, Shuck.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
try to pound it in. Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they come up now, 2nd and goal.
On the set. Ready? 70 timber. Go.
Kamara trying again. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Shuck. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are back to 500 on the year. Got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
60. Ready? 18, Rodley. Riggs.
Now Daniels. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Nice, 60 Eagles. Mustang 19. Hey, man. Go now.
Here's Daniels. And it is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 9 yards.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hurt. 79 Broncos. 18 Pioneer.
Throwing now is Daniels. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
A gain of 21 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Ready? Viking 18. Ready?
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
11 more yards. And the Washington first down.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
2-yard pickup.
Two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
60 Bison, 66 Mountain.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Joey Sly.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit.
4-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
This a 2nd and 8.
19, Tiger.
Throwing, Shuck.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
70 Lions. 69.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Again, it's Johnson.
Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Ready up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. At the 60. At the 60. Motion. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Throwing again here, Shuck.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
The 2-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Second and 1 from the 2.
Set. Cowboy 80. Don't let us down. Ready.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
And a
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Daniels.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. 2. Panther 11. Panther 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
To the air goes Daniels.
That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Dragon 60. 19 Charger. 19 Charger.
Daniels looking to throw. Touchdown, Washington.
Lawrence Cager in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
Commanders 17. Saints 14. Joey Sly, the kickoff for the Commanders.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. To throw is Shuck.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go. No, no. Kennedy Lions. Roll.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for Washington. First down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ready
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19. Ready. 70 range. 70 Timber Wolf. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Rig alert. Rig alert. Bronco 80. 18. Pioneer. Go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
Here's a ball deep from Musgrave.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 79 Broncos, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Daniels going to throw for it. A short throw to Musgrave.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Shuck now to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Shuck. Complete to Olave on the out route.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To the air once more. Shuck.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
To throw now, Shuck.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a first down carry. It's Camara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And a minuscule gain, maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On third down, here's Camara. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
White fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
White is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
He was taken down.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On the double. 72.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. 70 Lions.
Camara.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Interesting decision here because I think you've got to kick it and tie this game. If it's the second quarter, maybe then you go for it. But here in the fourth, you can't come away with nothing.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Keep
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
Cougar 19.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 40 yards now on the ground at just 7 carries. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Ready up. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Jeanette, 19 Riot.
Off the play fake, Daniels. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Taken down back at the
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Ready? 19, 18. Cut 19, cut 19.
They'll motion McLaurin left.
Go.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
18, Cougar 19, Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
They go play action. Daniels. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Shuck. That's Olave bringing in another one. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck.
And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Here's Shuck.
And that's complete to Cooks. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Play action. Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
13 yards.
Hard, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
This is 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
They go play action here with Shuck. Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Point after try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Saints 24. Commanders 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
70 Rangers. Ready? Cut 19. Cut 19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Pass complete, Samuel.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot at the 49.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
back to throw.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Check smash, 70 Timberwolf. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
60 Maverick, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle, Panther 11, Panther 11. Riggs. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Back to throw.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Sly on for the extra point.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 24-24. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Shuck. He's got his target. It's Olave. And 5 yards. Not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Shuck now to throw. It's complete. Kamara.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Inside the 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Commanders,
they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Today, we have an NFC fighting store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Oye Mafe bringing that play to a halt.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's a nickel look from the Commanders. Third down. Third and long for him here. Now set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. Fourth down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
It's fielded at the 14. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Daniels. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go, Shaq. Viking, 18.
They'll air it out on third. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They get 27 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he drives that punt backward on a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Panther 60, Panther 60, 18, Pioneer. Ready,
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Dude, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, it's awesome with tight ends, but when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Fights his way through a tackle. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Bronco 80.
Play fake here. Daniels. Finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Pacheco. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, 49ers nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets some space around midfield. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
First down throw by Purdy. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun is Purdy. They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. John Parker Romo out to try the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Yeah, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bison.
Throwing now, Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
Go.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Here's Daniels. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Not a bad first look for him in the this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Cade. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip the cap. They played that ball better than he could.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Come on. Set. 18.
Don't throw. 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, in this league, you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown. 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's 3rd down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
On 3rd down, Purdy to the left side and wheeled in by Kittle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Get set, go. 18, go.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Yellow. Get set, get set. Ready, yellow.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. Connects on the crosser. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. They'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call.
Outside, yellow. 18, watch out.
To the air again. Purdy. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Here he goes, third and long. Into the hands of Kittle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a 49er first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
First and 10 now. Here's Purdy. He's got it near the 10. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That throw is looking for Brandon Ayuk. It's second and goal.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes second and goal. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal. Third and long for him here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18.
Daniels from the pistol. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That was Terry McLaurin on the target. And it's going to be second down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
60 Bobcat. 60 by
On second and 10 now, Daniels. Completed to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's go.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Third down, Niners going with some dime coverage here.
79 Broncos. Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll air it out on third. Throw left is intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. And the 49ers take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
Commanders 27-yard line.
Back to McCaffrey on second down. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up third down. Washington calls it second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Throw here, third down. Ayuk makes the catch. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
26 yards.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
McCaffrey. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and hardly anything. Just need the length of the football. Purdy, a quick throw, complete. And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on fourth and goal. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Field goal attempts coming up from John Ponferomo. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Up and good from Romo. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down.
Let's go. Top 60, Panther 60, Panther 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobs. Go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. He beams one deep right. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Well, he's going to have this one down to the 28. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. And he spiked it just in time, so now we'd expect to see their kicker trot out for a try just before we reach halftime. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Run from Pacheco to start the half. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Commanders will have a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 18 Cardinal, 18 Pioneer. Mustang 19.
Rolling on first down. Daniels finds a seam down the middle. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders make it 17 all.
The game at 17. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on first. Give him a couple on that carry. 2nd down coming up.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Man in motion here. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Left side secured by Ayuk. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Purdy on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. McMilano in to pick it off. And the Commanders bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Hey, Crash. Cougar 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Daniels now on first down. This is completed downfield directly. And he stopped at the spot. He made the catch. So give him, it looks like the 27 on that completion. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
68.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Panther 60, 18 Cardinal, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Gould on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Get set.
Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Setting up the running back screen. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. even a minimal gain to stay on pace. But instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
From the gun is Purdy. It's his running back. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
On third down, Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Back out to Ayuk he goes. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
At the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. Again, it's Brock Purdy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Purdy now on second and 10. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off. Trey Amos. Now, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
And where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Viking 18. Hurt. 79 Broncos. Ready.
To throw, Daniels. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Mustang 19. Panther 11. Ready.
3rd and short, Daniels. That one finds his man, Likely. And out he goes on the final play of the quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Commanders who hold the lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry this through the end. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. A first down carry for Pacheco. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
70 Ranger, Bracco 80, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To the air on 3rd and long. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Here we go, start.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Daniels to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie!
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Back to throw it. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
25 yards. And the 49er first down.
Get set.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Makes the catch. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, Purdy to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Looking quickly here.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Here's Purdy to throw. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, Take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down.
18, watch out.
Desperation time here. Sends this to the end zone. And they don't get the kicks they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. They had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Cougar 19. Come. Ready.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the fourth. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. All right, here we go. Second down.
Ready. 18, hot. 18 Cardinal. 18.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Ready.
Setting up to pass. Throws caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. But a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Go. 70,
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Ready up.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Start. Set. Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They're going to pass it here. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one. It really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
This will end up as a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. On the gun is Purdy. Front pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Purdy throwing here on 1st. That finds Jacob Kelly. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
49er first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, 49ers.
First down, ball at the 36. Play action now. Purdy. They don't connect there. Now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
All right, one more snap to play here. Here he goes, one final shot. That's complete. Here's Cowie. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
So look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last month plus, guys feel like they're on another level, and it gives them a huge lift on game day. You feel that confidence.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.